Hello and welcome to my channel. As you can see in the title, I'm going to talk about my favorite books. I think it's so special hearing about people's favorite books. It really shows me what's up with them. I really like glimpsing into their minds, what they think about, what connects with them deeply. I really love knowing about it. And I think it's pretty interesting. So I thought today I want to share my favorite books. So let's get into that. I'm gonna go about in a chronological order. So the books I've read the most recently to the books I've read long ago. But that doesn't mean these long ago books did not have an impact on me. They really changed me. And I hope with these recommendations, they kind of have an impact on you too. And you can connect to these books as much as I have. So I'm gonna start with my first book. It is called Martyr by Kavya Akbar. And I have my notes here, by the way. I've really written down what I really loved in these books and the basic premise, so I don't really forget anything. And I hope this video can compel you to read at least any one of these books. So let's get started. So my first book is called The Martyr. It's by this Iranian poet. It's his debut novel. Iranian poet named Kavya Akbar. I can't believe it's his debut novel because it's so beautiful. And it follows our character Cyrus Shams, who's in his late 20s when this book happens. But so basically in his childhood he loses his mom by this plane crash when a US missile strikes at a civilian plane. And to deal with this, his dad moves him to Indiana, and they are now in Indiana, and he grows up there. And as soon as he joins college, he loses his dad too, and that's when he spirals into alcoholism and just doing drugs, and he's just an addict. Okay, so then he gets sober, and now he's just dealing with it all. He's dealing with this grief that he holds because so much he lost his parents, and then he's dealing with his alcoholism, and he's trying to find the meaning. He's trying to find the meaning of life. He's trying to find the meaning of death and why some deaths mean more than other deaths, and that's how he becomes obsessed with this concept of martyr. And that's where he meets, or he discovers, this artist who's having this exhibit in New York where she's dying from stage 4 breast cancer, and she wants to spend her last days, and she talks to these people who come in and they talk to her, and that's just basically the exhibit. So he goes there and he thinks that'll help him figure out a purpose, a meaning, or give clarity to his situation. It's written in this beautiful lyrical language. It's a profound exploration of existentialism, grief, and just the meaning of life. So yeah, that's my first suggestion. I think anybody who likes to just read is going to like this book. So my second book is What My Bones Know by Stephanie Fu. And this is not just another trauma memoir, but it's this raw, deep undertaking of what it means to live with complex PTSD. So she's a journalist in her 30s, and she realizes all this chaos and abuse that she suffered in her childhood has really left these scars on her mind. So she finally gets the diagnosis of complex PTSD, and then she really dives deep into what it means to have it, how she's going to heal herself, redefine herself, and come out of it stronger. So it's part science, it's part memoir, and it's totally unputdownable. I really suggest you read this book. She really unpacks on how trauma hides in our bodies and what it means. And if you just have ever wondered how your past affects your present and what impact it has on you, or if you just like smart, intelligent writing, trust me, this book is so good. You should try it out. Okay, now next to my third book, which is very aptly named Three Body Problem. I'm pretty sure you've all heard of this. If you haven't, you're welcome. You're gonna love this book. It's a sci-fi book. There's also a Netflix show based on this, but I just think the book is kind of better. Personal opinion. It starts in this secret military experiment in China during China's Cultural Revolution. We fast forward, we come to current time. Scientists are just mysteriously killing themselves. Then there is just physics not making sense anymore, and then there is this virtual reality game called the Three Body Problem, and that kind of seems to hold the key to all of this. Also, this isn't just about aliens, it's about us. It's about how we think and how we're going to react when we realize we're not alone out there. So if you like smart, high stakes, great sci-fi books, then this is it. My next book, which I think everybody's already heard of, is Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is dark academia's holy grail, and it follows these group of tight-knit students who are these elite classic students in a New England college, and they get too obsessed with Greek philosophy and end up committing a murder. But it's not about who done it, it's about why done it. And this book is all about obsession, guilt, beauty, and just the slow unraveling of people who think they're above morality. So if you like morally grey characters, if you like a slow burning psychological drama, or if you're just into this dark academia vibe, I think you'll love this book. My coffee is getting over. But next we have our fifth book, and it's by Haruki Murakami. And if you haven't yet picked up your Murakami, this is a sign, just do it. Go pick up any one of them, but this is my favorite, and it's called The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle. It's the strange dream that you just can't wake up from. It's surreal. But it starts off pretty simple with Toru Okada's cat missing. And as usual, in every Murakami book, there's a cat and it's doing some strange things, and his wife is missing. So, he's just trying to figure out where are they missing. And then he's just drawn into this world of war memories, psychic prostitutes, and cursed wells. It's bizarre, it's haunting, it's hypnotic. It really makes you question your reality. It makes you think about the human psyche. But also in the end, you kind of just don't understand everything that happened. And that's the point of this book, that you're not supposed to understand everything that happens. But trust me, it's beautiful and it's a rabbit hole you'll love falling into. So I've been saving the series suggestions for the last, because I think it's a bigger commitment since you have to read these 3 books for this. But if you like any of the 5 books that I've mentioned, I'm pretty sure you'll like these 2. So my first suggestion is Poppy War by Arif Kwang, and it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender meets just dark military fantasy. And here we follow a character named Rin. She's this poor orphan who gets into this really elite military academy, and she discovers she has like literal godlike powers. Okay, but this is not a typical hero's journey. It's brutal, it's complex, and it dives deep into the atrocities of war, trauma, addiction, and it's unflinchingly honest and haunting about the violence of war. So if you don't mind morally grey characters, and if you like reading about just stanzas of great military strategy, I think you'll really like this one. Okay, last but not least, we have the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. And if you know anything about Brandon Sanderson, you know that his world building is just top tier. In this, we follow Vin, who's just a common street thief who joins this crew, and they want to overthrow this immortal tyrant. And it's amazing. The plot twists are insane. The world building is just so great. We have a magic system also that's just so clever. So think high story plus magic system that kind of works like alchemy, and plus parkour. And I just had such a fun time reading this, and I'm sure you will too. And if not this, maybe any one of the books that I have recommended, I'm pretty sure you'll have a fun time. So please give them a chance. So yeah, those are my recommendations. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, like, subscribe, all of that. But I really hope you give these books a chance, because they really had a deep impact on me, and I hope they have the same on you. Anyway, okay, that's it. Bye.